Hi, Taylor T. Carlson back with another video for you. A few weeks ago I posted a video of my haul over at Record City, one of my personal favorite record shops here in Vegas, and I actually just went back a few days ago, and just this morning I ran over to Moondog Records, another one of my personal favorite shops here in Vegas. So I just wanted to show off the stuff that I got from both stores. As always, definitely go out there and support your local record stores. And another big change in my life, I actually just had my girlfriend move out here from Kentucky, and she brought a functional vinyl player with her. So these are more than just little display pieces for the wall now, which is kind of nice. So I'm going to start off with the two records I bought from Clint over at Moondog Records today. Smaller haul today because I'm trying to watch my spending, which is not always easy, but first of the two records I bought from Clint over at Moondog is this. This is Electric Light Orchestra, ELO, Balance of Power. This was actually the final album that ELO released before they broke up. It's more of a synth pop album than an orchestral album, and it's not really revered as one of their better efforts, although you can't deny that the song Calling America is catchy as hell regardless. So let's go ahead and take a look inside. Yeah, on this side you got your lyric sheet. There you got the band images and profiles. I think they were pretty much down to a three-piece when this came out. Yeah, just Jeff Lynne, Bev Bevan, Richard Tandy. Just those three guys, no orchestra. More of a synth pop record. And here's the actual disc. There's the other side. And the second thing I bought from Clint over at Moondog this morning is the self-titled Michael Schenker Group's second album. I think the album's technically called MSG. They had two copies of this over at Moondog. They had this, which is the American release. They also had the original European release, which has a gray photo of the cover of the band on there instead. I wanted to get that one, but that was like $25, and this was only 10, so I figure they're the same album, and it's the same music regardless, so I'm just going to go with whatever the less expensive option is. Here's the band that recorded this record. Of course, sadly, we lost Paul Raymond last year, and then Cozy Powell we lost in a car crash in 1998. Although, three of these guys are still active and playing together, no less. You can see the track list right there, and believe it or not, it's a Michael Schenker record, but Stephen Stills actually does backing vocals on the song Never Trust a Stranger. You'd never guess that those two would work together, but crazy how the world works. Guess there's not really an inner insert in this, it's just in a sleeve, but there's the record itself. There's the other side. But this has got some of the best Michael Schenker Group tunes. Are You Ready to Rock? Let Sleeping Dogs Lie, Attack of the Mad Axeman, On and On, Looking for Love, Secondary Motion. If you love Michael Schenker, you know that this is a damn good record. Quite possibly my favorite non-UFO Michael Schenker record right here. And then, of course, like I said, a few days ago I paid a visit over to Joey at Record City and picked up several things there. My girlfriend, like I said, has a vinyl player, so she picked up a few things as well. I might show those off in a later video, but first thing I got was a pair of 45s. This is Night Ranger, Sentimental Street. Great little pop tune from them. There's the back cover. These songs, of course, were originally from the Seven Wishes LP, which came out in 1985. Here's the actual record itself. There's the other side. I actually met guitarist Jeff Watson a few years ago out here when he was a Sin City Sinners guest and got my Night Ranger LP signed. He was also in another group called Mother's Army in the 90s, and they put out some really good stuff. So that's something you might want to look up and check out as well. And the other 45 I got is this GTR, When the Heart Rules the Mind. This was a supergroup from the mid-80s that had Steve Howe from Yes and Steve Hackett from Genesis. Got a nice photo of the band on the back there. These tracks, of course, come from the self-titled GTR record. There's side A right there, and there's side B. The B-side has a song called Reach Out, Never Say No. Actually, what was the B-side on the Night Ranger one while we're on that subject? B-side on here is called Night Machine. Now we'll get to the LPs. First LP I got from Joey over at Record City was this. Elton John, Victim of Love. I love Elton John. No, not in that way, but the guy put out some great pop music. He's been active for over 50 years, and I love so much of the stuff this guy has put out over the years. And this is a very obscure album. It's more of like a synth dance record that came out in the late 70s. And here's the spine right there. Back cover's got the track list. Starts off with an 8-minute long dance version of Johnny Be Good, his take on the classic Chuck Berry tune. The title cut on this, which is called Victim of Love, it actually appeared very briefly in the biopic musical Rocket Man that came out a few years ago, and great to see that song got a little bit of love. This is not really Elton John's best album by any means, but it's one that I think deserves a second look, at least in some regards. There's the back cover of the inner sleeve. On this side, we got a lot of credits, track lists, additional personnel. Here's the actual record itself. And then other side. Another one of my all-time favorite guitarists, and this is actually the guy that replaced Michael Schenker and the Scorpions, Uli Jon Roth. Uli Jon Roth made some of the best material the Scorpions ever made, but then he had his own project, Electric Sun, and they put out this album in 1985 called Beyond the Astral Skies. And this guy has always created great music. Here's the back cover, got some pictures of him in the corners of the sleeves. Again, one of the greatest guitarists that I know. I had the luxury of meeting him a few years ago when he did a show out at Vant, and I paid to do the meet and greet. Very cool guy. Took the time to talk to me and my buddy out there. Here's the inner sleeve. You got the lyrics to, this is the title cut. Yeah, Beyond the Astral Skies. Picture of Uli down there, and copy of his autograph. That's not real, though. I do have his autograph on a Scorpions record. I might show that off in a later video. Got all the other lyrics on this side. Here's the record. And the song on here that I knew was a track called The Night the Master Comes. And that was actually, it was actually one of the music videos that was watched by Beavis and Butthead, of all things. So that might actually be where I first heard that song, embarrassing as that may be. Another favorite classic 80s hard rock band, Triumph. This one's called The Sport of Kings. Came out in 1986. Probably best known for the tracks Tears in the Rain and Somebody's Out There. Again, not really revered as one of the best in their catalog, but it's got some great tunes. This actually has the sticker on it saying, featuring Somebody's Out There. I think the sticker's actually in the wrong spot because I think these white lines are supposed to line up with the white lines on these corners here, but who knows. Here's the back cover. This actually has a promo-only stamp on it. When you buy used stuff from a lot of the record stores around town, you see quite a few of those. Actually, something else in here. This is an ad for a Triumph video cassette. One of the reasons I love buying vinyl is because sometimes you find little trinkets like this in there that, of course, you're not going to find if you just buy the CDs or listen to the digital versions. Great photo of the three core musicians in the band on there. Gilmore, Mike Levine, Rick Emmett. And I posted a YouTube video, like when I was first starting out my channel, of me talking to these guys on Rockline on the radio, and that was a great experience. And I'll probably share the link here in case you missed that the first time around when I originally posted that. And this was the holy grail of my trips, and this is a Dio picture disc for Annika. This was actually a Record Store Day exclusive. I did not go on Record Store Day because I don't like fighting all the crowds, but Joey had a few of these left over and got my hands on this. There's the sticker on the cover there explaining what this is. It also has on the A side of the single, it's got studio and live versions of the song Lord of the Last Day. And then side B is actually the spoken word Magica story. And the lineup on this record, Magica, which Annika is a bonus track from those sessions. Of course, you got Ronnie James Dio himself, Craig Goldie on guitar. Met Craig Goldie a bunch of times. Very cool guy. He was in the band Euphoria before he was in Dio back in the 80s. Simon Wright on drums. Met him many times. He was also with AC/DC for a few years. Very nice guy and one of the best drummers in the business. And the late great Jimmy Bain on bass. Bain died in 2016. I actually got to meet him twice when he was alive, and I visited his grave in Hollywood. He's actually buried right around the corner from Ronnie James Dio in the Forest Lawn Hollywood Hills Cemetery's Courts of Remembrance. And if you have a chance, definitely swing in there if you're in the area. Great way to pay tribute to one of some of the greatest artists of all time. So yeah, I'm definitely going to throw this on the turntable when I get a minute. Yeah, Dio collects vinyl. Have you been to any of these stores out here in Vegas? Go ahead and share your experiences with me, or let me know about some of the best items in your collection in the comments section down below. Also remember to like this video if you found it helpful or interesting, and subscribe to my channel for more content. I'm Taylor T. Carlson, and I will be seeing you in my next video.